All right, so earlier on the show today, and today is Tuesday as we're taping this, we talked to Ian Rappaport, and we're talking about the draft and everything like that. And we asked him to analyze the Seahawks draft and maybe why I was surprised that so many people rated it good. And he brought up something that, I think we brought up but haven't really thought about, and kind of curious to throw it out there. I mean, if you're analyzing the Seahawks draft, don't you have to analyze it with Percy Harvin considered their first draft pick? And if you do, considering what you already know about Harvin and the production he's offered, well, geez, you got to give him a B, if not better than that, based on what he's already done in the league.
Well, and all the guys handing out grades, the Kuipers of the world and everybody else, there was a guy from Roto World that gave him an A- based on Percy Harvin. So I guess you do have to consider him your first-round pick, but it is a very savvy pick. I think your chances are good. He's going to be productive. You know what he's going to be at this level. So, yeah, I guess you do. You traded away your first pick, so he in a sense, does become your first pick. And I guess that should skew the curve up, right? I mean, if you were going to give him a B- based on all the other guys, you add him to the mix, well, that definitely brings that grade up.
Well, and the thing about it too is they gave up more than one pick to get him, but right. they wound up grabbing a lot of extra picks, and they wound up having them. So by the end of the day, that third day of the draft, that 4 to 7 rounds, they had 11 picks. That day they had more than any other team of them and the Packers. So it doesn't feel like they gave up 2 picks to give him. It really does. The more I think about it, you can make it a 1-for-1, and there's nobody at 25 who would have been even close to what he can be.
Well, no, and I think that was why they were so at ease with giving up that pick. I mean, if that were a top 15 pick, maybe it would have been a different story. But sitting there at 25. Was there a difference maker? I mean, ultimately, maybe 5 years down the road, we look at this draft and there was some difference maker nobody was keying in on. But as you sit right now, if you're the Seahawks, you're saying, I've got a chance to get this guy with a proven track record in this league who's still remarkably young, yet to hit his peak.
Right.
Or a guy who may be something. We have no idea. He's never stepped on an NFL field at this point. It's a no-brainer. It was the right move. It was a very good move, and it's one that I think is going to pay off big for this team.
I agree with him.